This thing cut out on me when I was trying to give a little lesson, and so I just wanted to tell you how that the Y is a vowel. It is a vowel. You don't know, but they don't want you to know anything. So we're just reminding you again that the Y has every sound of every vowel in it in one. It's a conduit. It's like an electrical conduit. It has an I and a V at the top, and it does bring in energy. That's what the Y does. If it has like something like this, you'll have, it looks like a light bulb, right? You like that? Oh yeah, baby, huh? See, I see, there's a different con conduit they have now. It's actually the shape of a W and an M. It's really interesting. So, but, you know, they try to send messages to, they kind of fool us. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this. See, the capitalizing of the vowels is pointing at the 3D dimensional, 3D non-physical realities, the way it works, baby. Just in general, I wanted to say. So when you keep those up, in general, see, there's always the ION. You'll notice ion, ion. It's just talking about, see, this is currents of energy. Really, if you have an I and an O, that's definitely that's an on and off right there, right? Yeah, I kind of drew it kind of poorly, but yeah, you'll see that a lot, right? Um, it's okay to see it, by the way. So then, because that's what it's pointing at, you know, it's very illusory here. You know, energy is limited here in such a way that it's not what I'm saying. It's that Iran doesn't have enough oil in so many years, and we got to worry about that. No, it's this very realm, the way that reality is rendering up, the energy that is happening to make everything look the way it does. I mean, in the movie reality that you are in, if you're hanging on to every word and hello, how are you? Um, I'm going to try and not get too spacey here, but we do have a nEpTUNE passage happening, and this is very Neptunian. I mean, we can't talk enough about it in order for you to start clicking in something, how it works. If there's a possibility that indeed you can know, how do we know? Well, some people are getting downloads, you see, and pardon me, I just had to there give that message. So I'll get around to talking about it. I know I probably already tried to talk about it now. The thing that I wanted to talk about is the you just riddle it out to you. See, there's biological intelligence. That's what we are. We are that on top of electrically we are something else. As awareness, definitely we are not biological purely. See, awareness is more human than the mind. So yeah, when we say mind, let's just say brain, right? That's better because we don't know what the mind is and where it is and anything like that. Like, well, what's transmitting? How? And so, but then we do have a heart, and that's one of the main ways, believe it or not, to find out what's transmitting or not. See, on a very natural level of being, right? Of just being here now, like kind of what's here already. Yeah. And so I was in the middle of writing that, and I guess I can do it again. Organ, which is your heart, your organ. And here's the I. You know, you can put that there, but really boom, on. We're talking about the organ at or is on. Okay, already here. It's already here. See, I'm just trying to get you hip on, like, okay, so we are hooked into it biologically, like the scientists say, you know, like the universe, we are hooked into it atomically, biologically, and energetically, or something like this. And it's like, oh God, could you guys just calm down? Okay, so it's already here, you know. Why are you people looping around here? And can we figure something out? Really? How do we claim our belonging here? How do we yeah, so already here. That's probably one thing we should look at. So we'll call ourselves really it's already here organization, sorry, but the why, there it is. I was talking about the why. It's really what I wanted to talk about is, you know, that vowel that they don't acknowledge. It has every sound in it because it's bringing in. If you look on the typewriter, it's right in the middle, and it's really trippy to find out how that they put everything there, why. But the Y is right in the middle. It's conducting everything, really. It's bringing in from positive and negative, or really right and left, or however you can see it, black and white. But there's two there, and if it doesn't look like that there's two, like this could be like a Y too. Uh-oh. See, we share the planet with some people that are like that unfun to be around. So anyway, unfortunately, they might have more, like they have more money. I almost said clout, but no, clout with who? You know what I mean? I mean, after a while, there's just a mob, and they have association. They have strength in numbers. See, there's an organization that's here already, and that's what I was trying to say. So, getting back to this particular method of writing that I found, that no, it's here. It's already inlaid. See, you're either see, this is lowercase. The lowercase waste, which is just a flat line of shit, that pretty soon you'll see how badly it affects. It's created a mess. Okay, so this is a lowercase s. We have a lowercase h and a lowercase e. See, we're just spelling out the word sheep. And see, that's biological intelligence. It's just, yes, we have the U. See, I zeroed in on the U, or they zeroed it on me. But see, there's bucks also. But the problem behind buck, I mean, the equation is that if you keep it down, if you just keep the E up, if you use it right, what's in the word buck is U. Okay? And that's just, well, good for buck, you know. So buck is interesting because you know buck as dollars, right? So, but I don't want to get into that, like, journey. I'm trying to point out just biological intelligence. You know, that's just a fact that it's here as human beings. It's different than the animal, right? What we're talking about, but no, we've heard enough that we are sheep. Okay, so so it's just biological. It's just you know, I almost said non-human, because like I was saying, the mind, the brain, just the mind alone isn't human. It's fear. It's fear-based, and if you want to know the nature of the mind, like what it's up to as a as a personality, it's interesting. You know, it's hard to say what makes up personality. You know, I'm sorry, I'm creaking my pen doing this. But this conversation, I don't want to get too, like, it's just something to figure. I haven't read enough books on it, but maybe that's good because I'm going to rewrite a book pretty soon here. Rewrite them all. In fact, they all need to be burned. And you have the human civilization that brings things up. They're free to capitalize whenever they see that, whenever they see instead of sheep. Okay, so whenever they see. See, this is the difference between the lowercase base waste, just biological intelligence. It's here, but I don't mean it that way. See, this is a trip. You're gonna have to follow me here now. So capitalizing it now, we'll keep this. What we're doing now is looking for bird in a word, and this is only for those that can see, right? Blessed are those who can see, because they aren't sheep. They aren't sheep anymore, right? It's see. That's important to know. Now, there's two here. There's one and then two here. Sorry, it's really one and one equals two. But you know what I'm saying. You know, because none of them has a label of one or number two. It's just but no, number two, you know, literally, it's probably just, it loves to take a shit. It might think that that's all there is to life. It's just, I gotta take a shit and then I gotta eat. And that's the, you know, that's just what's going on. Okay, you know, um, um, are you growing your own hay? Do you grow your own hay? And do you take care of your own poop cycle or something? Do you even care about how you poop? I don't know. Weird. So, God, sorry. But anyway, the biology is doing that. Big deal. You know, you can't even take credit for that, really. I mean, that's just something that goes on whether you're aware or not. You know, watch out. Some sheep do not know when they're going to take a shit. They just, it's all of a sudden they're spilling out onto the fucking hay, onto the bench. You're trying to shear them up, and then they start taking a crap. Maybe they do know. I don't know. They don't. They are very, very non-self-reflecting. They don't even know they're there. I don't know. I'm sorry to say that. But I've been around sheep and goats. They're very interesting. I'm not saying that God isn't available there. God is everywhere. God is like conducting this whole fucking thing. It's the most amazing thing. That's God's creation right there. And what I'm saying is, like, it's like a God, I hate to sound like this. I'm just backing myself into a corner. But they are programs. You know, we are a program, but we are human. We have, you know, I don't know. I don't put it past God to put a human soul inside of a goat, and that will be the joke when you go up there later on. It's like, yeah, did you notice that you ended up being your uncle's goat for 15 years? Because I don't know about you, but I have known, like, I took care of some goats. One of the goats was 22 years old or something like this, and it was all of them are characters. All of them are characters. So, but I'm not talking about their biological intelligence, but yes, I am, because their bodies assume a certain kind of look, and even the way that they do, you know, that old goat, I call her old goat, you know. So I don't know. I just, there's two things happening here though. See, I saw deeper into it instead of just sheep out there, right? So there's two types really, as far as if you're looking at this now. Consider, you know, you as people, you know, but really, a lot of people don't like to be called sheep. But see, you don't want to be called this sheep. You want to be the sheep that has the C in it. And see, that's real to me. It's blessed is he who can see, but you see that unless thine eye is open, you will not see the kingdom of heaven or something like that. That's what this is pointing at. I mean, see, it's interesting because, well, you know, you can really play with the bird in the word thing, and there's a certain time to use it, and I fall right into the simplicity of it, reasoning behind it, and why, particularly, yes, when we start saying some things here, um, it's beautiful to tell you the truth, you know, but anyway, what I'm trying to point out, see, there's two here, and you know, this is more of the mind orientation, right? The brain, we don't know where that is, but see, it's just fear orientation. It's actually thinking it's going to die and stuff like this. But this is not that, you know. And I'm not kidding. That see, it's not a coincidence that you'd have to capitalize letters to see it. Really, just you're free to capitalize anywhere, anytime. See, that's important to say that. It's like the sheep don't have much of a good charge, right? Their charge, and this is a trip because we're talking about RAM, you know, RAM does charge. But no, see, what I mean is because that they are not turned on. See, they don't see the truth, maybe. See, they don't have a real live tap into the truth. So like, I hate to say it, but even their own children will question them a lot. You know, if you're around somebody who doesn't have a charge, that isn't like their heart isn't turned on, um, something off, right? You don't want to be around it. It's like maybe they have a rotten core, and you talk about your narcissist too, right? That's the problem that we have with I don't want to talk about it because we want to keep our vibrational frequency on high, and just talking about them. The fact of what we're complaining about them is that they're rotten at the core, and like I just got that song in my head. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good, baby, you're no good. And I see, I say that everything is no good here, really. I say, you know, take your time with people. It's only a short amount of time we're here. Make it good. It doesn't mean that, you know, that you sing that fucking song. See, some people dwell on the narcissist, right? And it's like, you guys, can't you see that they're handicapped people? Why are you picking on them? Are you really that dependent on? You made a huge mistake with, huh? A lot of it is now. Let's talk about biological. It's just like you tied yourself up with it. Now, see, that's really important because really, as far as the C's here, the sheep, you know, the other ones that we could see, you know. It's about human relationships. It's about something deeper, you know. For human beings, it's almost. I mean, it is a soul journey. It's a matter of your evolutionary process. Really, it's where you are. This is such a weird place because you almost pick up on that. You better not dare think you're going anywhere anytime soon. Here, you figure out how to elevate your vibration. What I mean is, see, you can't go anywhere in the world and be. Are you really interested in that shit out there? Because of the money scene, it doesn't matter what you do. You can get a fucking Nobel Peace Prize, but you're going to fade off in the distance because money has deleted you even before you went up there. Really, because what money is, you call it money, but whatever system out there that controls every aspect of your life, and it includes how you think about things and what you think happened historically and where everything comes from, and it's shit like this, you know, and it's interesting. Well, yes, they talk about it. Well, the most fascinating thing really would be to figure out how do they make it all happen. Well, they fucking hijack biology. First off, how do they do that? They take away the ones that can see. they take away the human being more and more. See, I keep looping around. It's not a different video of any of the 400 videos I made in the past where I keep kind of saying, oops, do we have, Jesus Christ, do we have to talk about how I'm doing now? Yes, use this pen. Okay. And then, yeah, it just seems to talk about there might be some kind of train to follow. I look at it as like, well, no, this is our journey. We are to become enlightened, right? Well, who is all gung ho about it? Somebody says, oh no, I want to go and I want to mastermind with fucking whoever has a brighter idea than God. Getting back to that funny media that's on the money that says in God we trust, because what is God? Oh my God, when I said that I was like, what? Wah wah wah. I'm in at 21 because a lot of people are discouraged. You know that they're at heist. They're at heist. I think I spelt field wrong in the last video I made. Ad heists. You know, the ad heists, their fucking eyeball is gone. Okay? They are sheep. There's no question, you know. I mean, well, they've been disenfranchised. They were robbed. They were robbed. They are ad heists. Like constant. It's constant, right? It's like dun 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 dun. The you know, everybody is teetering on this bad feeling narcissistic fucking shit, right? They want, see, that narcissism thing is manufactured to, it's like flipped up, and it's like, no, these people rule the world. You know, these people are the bosses. Why? They run for it. Look how good they are. And it's like, yes, they're nice. They're nicey nice. Boring fucking people. Utterly, really excruciatingly boring. See, are you noticing that this plane, I don't want to call it planet Earth, but there's something overlaying. Like I said, like, did you kind of step back and look? That's a loop job, and that's loopy loop, and that, and well, the money system, big fucking loop job. And then, boy, are we having fun yet? Really, boring. Poor kids. Because it's hard to find somebody who's genuinely smiling, and they got their feet on the ground. Yes, that smile that they have on is not actually a frown. See, with the ones that are actually stuck thinking that they are biology only, and they can't even read this. I swear to God, I've been ordered by my upper intergalactic council or spirit guide or whatever to make sure that I dial in, because my spiritual practice is love, you know, and the ritual is not just sex. It's to know that you are a higher learning tool in and of itself, and there's nothing but higher learning tools around you, kind of a thing. That take advantage of each thing and bring the highest possible version of it out. Includes whatever you make contact with as the so-called human faction, but really it's just the human aperture here, ShEEp. And so, yeah, I do. You know, when it comes time and I see it, I've been doing this for 3 years or 4, of really studying when do we find birds in the words. Well, I picked up on how, well, that the language is already here. It's standard across the globe. All nations have to use the English alphabet, and they have to say it a certain way. They have to know certain words. And it gets up there, right? It gets up there, but you'll find the same sequences, like I said, as the ION, the suffixes and the prefixes, ion. See, when you look at what they really are, R. See, R is a very important thing to know. So getting back to this train, though, see that no, there's two here. There's the non-human who just they don't know where they get their orders from and why they move the way they do. It's fear-based, perhaps, maybe, but see, in a human being, very different. So they can get very illusory, right? So, but there's the non-human mind, which is, it's just, yeah, somehow, we don't know where we get our thought processes and stuff, and um, like literally, we can't see thoughts coming in and out, just like you can't see my words going through the air. It's very hard to detect it, I mean, of course we can do it, but and of course there are there's ways that you can read energy beyond what people are presenting as a word. There's a thought behind it, perhaps, and that's the thing is very common with narcissists, right? They'll start to say things, and it's like they're saying things to try to be human. For one, they want a connection, and so their thought process is more like pure fear. Pure fear. I don't see. Are any of them thinking? No, I don't. On a rational level, meaning, can they fucking weed out every bit of what the mind is up to, which is fear of being found out that it doesn't know a fucking thing, and just did you store it? Did you turn your heart on these poor people, right? And see, I'm saying that there's a cure for them, and it could be. How do you like my voice? That these ones who see are going to help these ones who don't see. But how do they, if there's a money game right in between them, right? Because these two are both the same. See, at heist, well, we'll leave them out of the picture because we don't know what happened to them. Maybe they do get hung up on the church or something, right? I mean, a lot of people they're discouraged by just when they hear the word God. And when I do see that I've found, and by the way, your average Christian is a fucking atheist, 100%. They don't have a real God. It's out there. They're at heist. Look at it. They do not even know how to approach that sacrifice that was made. That anybody in their right mind would do it like a lot, to say, no, excuse me. And you do not treat my children this way. How dare you? And you're just going to keep killing your mother. Wow.